fellow Cavaliers and distinguished guests. Judging by my title, you can probably tell I'm going to change the feel of it a little bit. That one was more powerful. This one's just, alright. Over the years, there have been countless trends that dominate the internet. They become so popular that they're hard to escape. I will be going over some of the biggest internet trends from the last 5 years. I'll tell you a little bit about each of them, and then go into my thoughts on them. First, the Harlem Shake. In early 2013, a YouTube channel uploaded a video of a few people dancing to a song called, unsurprisingly, the Harlem Shake. It immediately blew up on the internet, and by the next morning, there were hundreds of remakes of the original. It started with one person out of the group dancing, while the others stayed still or seemed to be doing some kind of normal task. But when the beat dropped in the song, it cut to everyone dancing ridiculously all over the screen. It became so popular that professional sports teams, news channels, talk show hosts, and even different branches of the US military were taking it. It was short-lived, like most trends, and was gone after a few months. Personally, I used to think these were really funny. At the time I was 10 though, so I'm not sure how I feel about it if it were now. Second, the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge. This started in summer 2014. I'm sure a lot of you remember being nominated for this. The challenge was to promote awareness for ALS, which stands for, if I butcher this, it is my fault. Amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, which is a tongue twister, and is also known as Lou Gehrig's disease. What you had to do was fill up a bucket with water and put ice in it. Then you had someone dump the bucket of ice water on you while someone else filmed it. Then you sent the video to 2 other people, nominating them to do the same. I think this was a great way to spread awareness. Instead of just asking people for donations like any other foundation, they started a popular, fun trend, and I think that was really smart of them. Next, the dress. That dumb dress. What color was it? In early 2015, a picture was uploaded of this dress, and people started arguing if it was blue and black or white and gold. For a while, you could not go anywhere without seeing this dress and being ridiculed for your opinion. I brought this picture to show. That's the dress. Now, I don't want to start the argument, so I won't state my opinion, but it's blue and black, and if you see anything else, just kidding, but I've never been able to see anything but blue and black, and the company that makes the dress confirmed that it was blue and black, and they didn't have a white and gold dress in that style. But if you'd like to stay with your white and gold beliefs, that is not up to me. Overall, this was a quite irritating one. Now, to November 2016, the Mannequin Challenge. This trend had people stand totally still as a song called Black Beetle played in the background. Someone would walk around filming everyone as they stand like mannequins. This, like the Harlem Shake, became wildly popular, and many celebrities, including Paul McCartney, Britney Spears, LeBron James, and even though the Obamas were doing it. These videos were everywhere. I didn't really have a problem with these, actually. Most trends get irritating after a while. This one was only around for about 1 month, which was a very short time for a trend, and I was never actually annoyed by it. So in my opinion, this was one of the better ones. Now, the infamous question. The start of many in-depth arguments. Is water wet? In 2017, this question took over the internet, and people seemed to take their sides very quickly. The argument is either that water is wet because it's water, or that something isn't wet until it has water on it, and water can't have water on water. Personally, I identify with the second, but there have been scientific studies to prove both sides to be true, so I'm not actually sure which is right. You can choose. Finally, this year, 2018. In the beginning of this year, a certain sound recording came to everyone's attention on the internet. It was an auditory illusion where the recording seemed to say either Laurel or Yanny. A study of over 500,000 people showed that 53% of people heard Laurel, while 47% heard Yanny. It was due to these words having almost identical sound wavelengths. From the start, I could hear either one selectively, but most people could only hear one or the other. The original sound recording was a low-quality recording of a man saying Laurel. So that is actually what you should hear, but that doesn't stop me from hearing the other one once in a while. This one was kind of cool to begin with, but like most trends, it was blown out of proportion and became irritating very quickly. There's something that these all have in common. Whether it's a dance, an argument, a way to raise money, or a way to raise money, they all spread exponentially. Some of them, I'm not sure why they did. Others were understandable or for a good cause. Expect many more of these things in the future. What's the next internet trend going to be? I don't know. Thank you.